Yo, what's up? It's your boy One Arm. Today on Benched, I am bringing you guys my week 17 power rankings. We are literally done last week of power rankings, and then we got playoff football. So it's going to get interesting. It's going to get testy. We got some teams that need to win, we got some teams that need to not lose. But, so yeah, let's get right into it. And up first at 32nd, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars. At 31, we have the Jets. Now, the Jets can't even tank correctly. It was so crazy. I mean, they basically knocked themselves out of the Trevor Lawrence sweepstakes with the win. But, you know, they're still getting a good quarterback at whatever they're drafting at. I think is at 2 as of right now. But yeah, so we have the Jets at 31. At 30, we have the Houston Texans. That team is in a lot of disarray. JJ Watt coming out saying stuff about his team not, playing, about giving up and stuff. So that team needs a lot of help. And so, yeah, we have the Texans at 30. At 29, we have the Cincinnati Bengals. What can you say about the Bengals? They basically are playing without their starting quarterback, their starting running back. So yeah, they do what they got to do. Glad to see Joe Burrow walking. He released a video of him taking some steps after his surgeries and rehab and all that. So, Joe, here's to seeing you ready to play next year. Get well, brother. At 28, we have the Detroit Lions. Man, the Lions. They have a lot of needs that they need to address in the offseason. Whether or not to keep Stafford, whether or not they're going to sign Kenny back to a contract. So, but yeah, other than that, we have the Lions at 28. Up next, at 27, we have the Denver Broncos. And I think, yeah, the Broncos at 27 is, it's the Broncos. What can you say? They had a lot of injuries this year. They played a game without a quarterback. So, that's typical Broncos story for this year. And so I have them at 27. Up next at 26, we have the Atlanta Falcons. Now, man, they were actually up on the Chiefs. They had a chance of winning that game. But in normal Falcon nature, they ended up not winning the game. And so, yeah, we have the Falcons at 26. Up next at 25, we have the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, team is showing a lot of possibilities. Sanders is coming into his own. Jalen Hurts, he's still a rookie quarterback, mind you guys. This is what, his third game that he's played, fourth game that he's played. So he could be something special. And I'm not counting the Eagles out because they're out of this year, but in the future they're gonna be pretty scary to play against. But we have the Eagles at 25. Up next at 24, we have the New York Giants. Now, the Giants are playing against my Cowboys, so I really need them to lose. I'm sorry, Giants, but we have the Giants at 24. Up at 23, we have the Carolina Panthers. Oh, man. Yeah, so Panthers at 23. Up next, we have the Niners. Now, the Niners are so crazy because one day they look like one of the worst teams in the league, and then the next week, they're just on fire, dangerous. Imagine what that team would be if they didn't have as many injuries as they do now. But we have the Niners at 22. At 21, we have the Minnesota Vikings. Yeah, the Vikings. I don't know if Kirk Cousins is their answer. I do predict them moving on from him. But they got to do something because they could have a winning team. They got to figure out what is wrong. It may not be Kirk Cousins. That defense is a little lackluster itself, but they need to figure out what's wrong and they need to fix it for next year. But we have the Vikings at 21. At 20, we have my boy Justin Herbert and the Chargers. Oh, man. Dude's a beast. It's going to be great seeing him and these young quarterbacks for the next few years play, because what I'm seeing for Justin Herbert and what I saw from the other two is it's going to be great for the next couple of years. But Herbert is a beast. They need to get help around him. And yeah, Chargers at 20. At 19, we have the New England Patriots. Man, what can you say about the Patriots? Different team without Brady, right? Maybe it wasn't Brady that was the problem. But with that being said, we have the Patriots at 19. Up next at 18, we have my Dallas Cowboys. Now, my Cowboys are playing the Giants this weekend. I'm sorry, Giants, but I really need you guys to lose. So if you guys could just bench your starting team, I'd really appreciate it. It's crazy. We win. Washington loses. We're in the playoffs. So it's going to be a crazy situation. But we have the Cowboys at 18. Up next at 17, we have Washington. Now, I need Washington to lose. Philly, please beat Washington. That's all I care about. Please. All I want is for Philly to beat Washington. And yeah, I mean, they let go of Dwayne Haskins this weekend. So they're in total disarray. Maybe it makes them stronger. Hopefully it doesn't. But we have Washington at 17. At 16, we have the Las Vegas Raiders. Yeah, if I'm Josh Jacobs, I'm kicking myself in the butt, man. Maybe he should have scored the touchdown. I understand what they were trying to do, but the defense really screwed up that game at the end. But it is what it is. We have the Raiders at 16. At 15, we have the Arizona Cardinals. Man, the Cardinals, they were looking so strong this year. I mean, they did a pretty good job, you know. They're only going to get better. And with that being said, we have the Cardinals at 15. At 14, we have the Chicago Bears. The Bears really came on late at the end of the season. They really turned stuff around. So, you know, kudos on the Bears. But we have the Bears at 14. Up next at 13, we have the Los Angeles Rams. Man, I just don't know what Rams team you're going to get every week, you know? It's so different. One week, Jared Goff is the $130 million quarterback that they paid. And the next week, he's Jared Goff, the guy who can't complete a pass. So, the team, like I said, if it wasn't for that insane defense that they have, that really good defense, and when I mean really good defense, I mean Jalen Ramsey and, you know, Donald and the rest of those guys. But mainly Donald, because, you know, the things I've seen that man do to other large men is kind of scary when you think about it. But, so yeah, we have the Rams at 13. At 12, we have the Indianapolis Colts. Colts, yeah, I mean, they got a young team with an old quarterback. So we'll see how it goes. Could they go for another quarterback this season or at the end of this season? I don't know. They have Eason, I think, on that roster. Maybe they give him a shot next year. I would like to see him. Dude has a strong arm. But we have the Colts at 12. At 11, we have the Miami Dolphins and Fitzmagic. I'm still a little... I don't know why they benched Tua. I wasn't watching the game. But it's just crazy how this man finds a chance to win. Granted, it was due to the Raiders being the Raiders. But, I mean, the Dolphins, you can't knock on the Dolphins. And for that, I have them at 11. Up next, we have the Tennessee Titans. Now, the Titans got steamrolled by the Packers. And, yeah, hopefully they figure out what they did wrong and they can, you know, fix it going into next week. But, yeah, we have the Titans at 10. At 9, we have the Browns. Now, the Browns kind of got screwed over this weekend. because they had no receivers from the week before, basically. They had to go and pick up guys off practice squads and stuff like that because their receivers ended up being put on the the COVID protocol, inactive list or whatever it's called. But anyways, short story. The receivers couldn't play this week because of possibility of having COVID, and you could see that there was not a lot of chemistry. Now, mind you, they kind of made it a game as well. So, I mean, I was very impressed with it, and I can't put this loss on Baker. This was definitely a team loss. But yeah, so we have the Browns at 9. At 8, we have the Steelers. Now the Steelers bounce back and beat the Colts this weekend. We'll see how the Steelers play for the rest of the season, but we do have the Steelers at 8. At 7, we have the Baltimore Ravens. Now, the Ravens have the #1 rushing offense in the league. I mean, it's not fair when you have the mobile joystick Jackson, but they need to figure some way to start passing the ball, or that poor kid is not going to have a very long career. Okay? But for that, we have the Ravens at 7. At 6, we have the Seattle Seahawks, who beat the Rams this weekend. And yeah, they shored up their spot in the playoffs. And my buddy's very happy about it. He was super excited. And yeah, Seahawks at 6. At 5, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, man, how crazy would it be if Brady goes and wins another Super Bowl on another team? I'm just saying. Just saying, imagine. But we have the Bucks at 5. Next, we have at 4 the New Orleans Saints. And do the Saints not have anybody else on that team to score touchdowns? Like, damn, Alvin, you want to share the ball, bro? Like, jeez, man. Thank God I wasn't playing the person who had Alvin Kamara in my fantasy league this year or this week. But yeah, we have the Saints at 4. Up next, now we have the top 3. And at 3, I have the Green Bay Packers. Now, I know before you guys start throwing your comments into the comment section, I have the Packers here just because I just don't know if that defense can hang with the offenses at 1 and 2, right? So, yeah, Packers at 3. At number 2, we have the Buffalo Bills. Now, I've been on the Buffalo Bills bandwagon all year, and I'm saying it here now. The fact that they went and got Stephon Diggs was probably one of the best ideas that they could have done all season, because the dude changed how that team plays, right? And the defense is playing hard. So if I'm in that AFC, I'm a little worried about playing the Bills just because, you know, they play rough. They play tough, you know? So we have the Bills at 2. And at number 1, we have the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, the Chiefs are really good. I'm not going to lie. They're pretty damn good. That quarterback they have back there, he's pretty damn good. But yeah, do I see the Chiefs going to the Super Bowl? Most likely. But, you know, any given Sunday, right? So at number 1, we have the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys for the continuous support and love. When I started this channel, I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know how it was going to play out. And you guys made this into one of my favorite years of all time. It, you know, really kept me motivated to continue to do these videos, and we will not be stopping. We will be covering baseball. We will be covering basketball. We do have mock drafts coming out. I have them already about to be set up, so those will be coming out too. We will be having other projects come out as well this next coming year. So, yes, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys for all the love and support. And yeah, make sure you guys subscribe because it's only going to go up from here. And I love y'all. Y'all take it easy. Peace.